When you will, one important thing I want to notice, this court where we're going to be is a state court. It is called, somewhat confusingly, New York Supreme Court. You hear Supreme Court, you think of 9 justices in robes. The Supreme Court here means the trial level court in downtown Manhattan. After that arraignment, we're going to be into the trial process. We're going to have motions. Watch for Donald Trump's team to ask to downgrade or dismiss some of the charges. Then discovery. Prosecutors have to turn over all their evidence, good and bad, to the defense. Then we will get to a trial. If there's a conviction, we will get to sentencing, and then it's all got to go up on appeal. So we are at the very beginning of a
very long process. Let's talk about potential charges here. John Miller broke the news last night. This indictment has 30-plus counts. What could they be?
Yeah, so we know that there's over 30 counts. That doesn't necessarily correlate with seriousness,
right?
But let's take a look at what it could be. If these charges are based on the hush money payments that Caitlin just laid out, we could be looking at a state charge for falsification of business records. The idea there is if they falsely log these payments as attorney's fees, that would be a misdemeanor, meaning the maximum penalty is 1 year. No one's realistically going to go to jail on a misdemeanor. However, if prosecutors can prove that those records are falsified in order to conceal or commit some other crime, some second crime, then we're talking about a Class E felony. That's the lowest class. It goes A to E.
Okay.
The max there would be 4 years, but the judge still has discretion to give no prison time. Now, what might that other crime be? Could be a potential campaign finance crime. A little bit of a legal difficulty there, though, because it's state court, remember, but we're talking about a federal election.
Can you talk, though, Elie, about the fact that what the prosecution is going to have to argue here to try to succeed on these charges is they're going to try to have to tie a federal crime to a state charge, and that is uncharted. It has never been done in this way ever in the history of the state of New York.
When you hear Trump's legal team say these charges are unprecedented, to an extent,
but that's
they're not.
True.
I mean, falsification of business records charges.
But the combination, the way they're doing it.
That's the unprecedented part. That, again, we are in state court here, and they're looking at potentially charging a violation of federal campaign law. That's going to go to the judge before it ever gets to a jury.
Quickly, Trump's defense?
Trump's defense is going to be, the main defense is going to be, he's going to attack Michael Cohen. Michael Cohen's the star witness. People can decide. The jury will decide if they believe him. Trump's team is going to point out that Michael Cohen has been convicted of perjury and fraud. Personal animosity, I mean, to say the least, Michael Cohen despises Donald Trump, and they're going to argue that he's made inconsistent prior statements, but Michael Cohen, the prosecutors are going to argue he's backed up by other evidence, and you can believe him.
Or other people, which Bragg's team may need. Okay, Elie, thank you. So helpful. Don.
All right, Elie Poppy, New York City.